Hey guys, my name is Stephen Malin, and I'm a music composer based in Atlanta, Georgia. As a game composer, I've worked with dozens of indie game developers over the last decade or so, and it's always been an extremely fun process. But there's always been one source of tension, one roadblock that most game developers have come across, and that's they don't have large budgets. And for that reason, they can't hire for a lot of custom music. So instead, it is my mission to help provide pro quality music at an affordable budget. And this is where licensing comes in. So my pack, Game Music Treasury, is provided to you at a very low cost because I know that multiple game developers are going to use it. So specifically, Game Music Treasury is a collection of 550 plus tracks, over 18 genres of music, over 14 hours of audio, which includes loops, it includes live musicians such as live orchestras, live soloists, live choirs, live bands. It is the magnum opus of my career because it is a full collection of 30 small packs combined into 6 bundles, and that whole collection is what we call Game Music Treasury. Now, of course, if you don't need that much music and you just want one specific pack, all of those individual packs and bundles are also available, and you can actually use the YouTube links below and you can listen through as much of that as you wish. It's all there. That way there's no surprises about exactly what you're going to get. A quick disclaimer for any new friends on Unity, you'll notice that this pack is split into 2 volumes, Volume 1 and Volume 2. All you have to do is buy one of the volumes and you'll actually get the second one for free. It's called an upgrade within Unity. So again, if you buy Volume 1 and you're logged in and you go to the sales page of Volume 2, it should actually let you download that for free. Same goes for the opposite. Game Music Treasury has been purchased over 18,000 times, which is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. And I get messages weekly from game developers all over the world of how this music is being used in their games, and I get to actually check it out and see the games on Steam. And I encourage you, once you purchase Game Music Treasury, I would love to hear how you're using the music, because I would just love to make that connection with you. I'd love to get to meet you and check out your game. All right, so inside Game Music Treasury, we have 6 folders here. There's 6 bundles, and inside each of the 6 bundles are 5 packs. So for example, if I go into the retro music bundle, go to 8-Bit Adventure, you can see how these are organized. Many of the tracks inside Game Music Treasury are looped. So what that means is the first word inside the folder is going to be loop. So you can easily find which ones are looped, which ones are not. And in the case of a piece of music being live, you will also see that at the end of the title. So right here, this is called Far From Home, and in parentheses, it says live. So here in the 8-Bit Adventure folder, let's just do a quick preview of some of the tracks. You'll notice anything that says loop, which are actually all of the tracks in this particular folder, you can test it by going to the end of the track and you can listen to it loop. Now, of course, you'd have to actually throw this into your game engine or into an audio editor for it to truly loop with no pause. All of these loops have been cut to perfectly loop seamlessly at the end. So here inside the retro music bundle, we have 8-Bit Adventure, 16-Bit Action, 16-Bit Nostalgic Towns, 16-Bit RPG Expedition, and 16-Bit Warriors. And the whole purpose here is to help organize these packs by genre, but also the type of scene you might be using the music in. So let's say you have a sci-fi game. Well, you would go into the sci-fi music bundle, and you can see how you can tell pretty quickly where you should go. So if it's something more horror-esque, you might want to grab something from Cursed Catacombs. If you specifically want something that has some live musicians. Or even Tribal Ritual. Or Zombie Playground. So there's a lot here. There's a lot of different genres, a lot of different styles, but in general, you're going to find that most of what's represented here is going to be in an orchestral, cinematic kind of style, or it's going to be and a very electronic style. And so there's some hybrid there. There's some crossover. Let's check out another pack. So we have, inside the JRPG music bundle, we have JRPG Battle Quest, Blades of Destiny, Hero's Journey, Realm of Legends, and Serene Soundscapes. So let's check out two very different styles. So Hero's Journey is going to be very adventurous type music. And here's an example of a track that is both a solo piano and then a full orchestrated version. So here's what it sounds like, the full orchestra. And then we could also try maybe New Adventure, which has some live musicians. That one is very adventurous. And then let's go to something that's quite different. So JRPG Serene Soundscapes is going to be much more in the vein of really calm music. So here's Legendary Hero. Very orchestral. So many of these tracks feature live soloists, live orchestras, live choirs. So we really tried our best to make this the most valuable pack, period, in the marketplace. That's the whole goal. Let's jump into another bundle here. So electronic music, you heard some, more of the sci-fi, fantasy stuff. So on the electronic side, there are 5 packs here. Let's go to Adrenaline Rush. So it's going to be much more in your face, electronic kind of music. Let's jump to Energetic Dreams. Or even choose your character. Here's Loading Zone. You beat the game. How about lo-fi music? We have lo-fi atmospheres, for example. A lot of these are very, very lo-fi chill kind of music. Might be really good for like a nighttime scene. So here's one called Stillness of Night. Very ambient in nature. Here's another one, Nighttime Metropolis. right, so let's move on to cinematic music bundles. So there's 5 here. Cinematic Confrontations, Fates Intertwined, Legends Unleashed, Saga Epic Action, and Symphonic Chronicles. So this is going to be much more in the RPG fantasy space. So for example, Confrontations is going to be full of battle music, which is very epic and very big in your face kind of music. So maybe Apprentice of Darkness. Here's Paladin in Darkness, which is a live track. This music would also be very good for trailers for your game or your social media posts. So on the other end of the spectrum here, we have Symphonic Chronicles. So these are going to be much more sweeping, cinematic, big orchestral type of music. Let's try one called Reach for the Stars. That bigger than life, very large sound. Here's another one that features some vocals. This is a song called Rise.
We've wandered here so long in wait of what's to come.
And now let's look at the last music bundle. This is the casual music bundle. And inside we have Casual Charm, Pathways Unveiled, Piano Reflections, Positive Vibes, and Puzzle Solvers. So this is going to be for casual games or casual moments within games, maybe a mini game, something of that nature, or a mobile game. Casual Charm is going to be much more of the kind of whimsical, happy kind of music. So here's Happy Shop 1. Or perhaps Stroll Through Town. Some of these tracks are just goofy. And then on the other side, we have Puzzle Solvers. So this is much slower, melodic music that's going to be really good for, well, puzzles. In the middle here, we have Piano Reflection. So these are going to be very emotional, somber piano solos, such as Childhood Memories. Or even Inspiring Confidence. But they're not all happy tunes. Some of them might be a little bit sadder, such as Painful Memories. Or Life of Hardships. There you have it. There is the full collection of game music Treasury. Again, there's no way we could possibly play every track here, but that's why we have the preview videos. You can go through and listen through all of the packs you're interested in. And I wanted to quickly show you how I would use Game Music Treasury to quickly find tracks for my game. I would go over here to the search bar and I would start typing in very specific words that would help with my games. Let's say I really want a happy puzzle track. Then I might type in happy. Oh, look, all of those that just came up. And let's start previewing. All right, and then maybe I need a battle track. So let's just say battle. Oh gosh, there's lots of battle tracks. So maybe For Our Freedom. Let's say we need a track that's really sad. So something about tears. Okay, cool. We actually have two. So here's Tears of Apathy. So we have tracks for just about everything. Let's try typing in fantasy. Oh, cool. There's one called Dark Tales. You can use search functions to help you find the tracks you need faster, or you can jump into the specific bundle or the specific music pack itself. And the whole purpose is to help this be really fast and really easy for you to find exactly what you need. You can also try searching by live. You can try searching by the length of your track if you know it needs to be a certain length, a short track versus a long track, or if you need it to be a loop. There's another way of searching just by the file titles themselves. Thanks so much for checking out Game Music Treasury. I genuinely hope that this is a huge value add to your game and it helps to enhance the gameplay experience. It helps with your trailers, with your social media posts, and overall just makes for an awesome experience. And again, I'd love to meet you personally. So if you've purchased this and used it in your game, shoot me an email, steven@stevenmalin.com, and I'd love to hear how you've been using this music in your game. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.